Hello, I'm Luke Hatfield. I'm joined here at the Express and Star by our Wolves correspondent, Mr. Tim Spears. Tim, Wolves haven't had the greatest time against Boro, have they, over the past however many years?
Are you kidding me? It's ridiculous, right? It's one of those quirks of fate that you get in football that's unexplainable, really. And I won't even attempt to try and explain why Wolves haven't won at Middlesbrough since 1951.
Wow.
Right, and sometimes you get people kind of bandy these statistics around. Oh, you know, Yeovil haven't won at Man United since 1911.
It's because they barely played each other,
yeah, exactly,
right?
Which is not the case with Wolves and Middlesbrough. There's been 22 matches and 2 stadiums, and yeah, 67 years.
Wow.
Right, have passed since a Roy Swinburne-inspired
Good player.
Wolverhampton Wanderers. He genuinely is a good player, Luke. You should know your Wolves history. He's a bit of a legend. Scored twice in 1951, April the 11th. A famous 2-1 win at the old Ayresome Park. And yeah, Wolves have been the best team in the world since that time. They've finished top 5 of the top flight in the 70s. Won 2 League Cups, you know, UEFA Cup finalists, won the FA Cup 1960, but they haven't won at Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the one thing they just cannot do. So yeah, there's been some miserable. It's not like it's only around the corner. You know, some miserable trips up there. 2003, Alex Ray got sent off for scrapping with Danny Mills. Wolves lost 2-0 in the Premier League. 1989, Wolves are back in the second tier, full of hope on the opening day of the season. They got spanked 4-2. There's an FA Cup quarter-final there in 1981, which they needed a replay to win that one, Wolves. And 2015, anyone who made the trip will never forget it. Wolves lost 3-0 in the League Cup. They took about 300 fans all the way up to Middlesbrough. Just a miserable night. So yeah, and they go there anyway on Friday, looking to end this hoodoo. They've ended a few kind of hoodoos this season under Nuno, who is no respecter of history and says it's all irrelevant, which of course it is. And Wolves will try and make new history this week.
The problem is, Tim, if you'd have given Wolves the Boro game at Boro a couple of months back, you might have thought, yeah, this will be all right when things weren't working so well. Now all of a sudden they've got Pulis in, and suddenly Adama Traore started picking up, and they've turned into a side who are looking like they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, Traore is far too good for the Championship. They've got a very good squad. Probably, well, at the start of the season, I think I said they've got the best squad in the league. Man for man, it's hard to argue that they should be in the top 2 with the players that they've got. People like Sombolonga as well, obviously Johnny House, and you know, really good Championship players. Ben Gibson. There's a long list. So yeah, and they have picked up under Pulis, and they're on a charge for the playoffs now in what is a very tight race. You don't really want to be playing many teams in and around that group at this time of year. You know, Bristol City and Preston and Sheffield United. Derby in there as well, and Middlesbrough, are in 6th. So there is some good form. Wolves are going to have to be very careful. They've won the last 3 at home, and they've scored 10 goals in their past 4 games, which isn't the kind of free scoring attribute you'd associate with a Tony Pulis side. But yeah, like I said, Traore in particular will be a real danger man, and it's going to be an interesting one, because if Wolves are going to coast home from this fantastic position that they're in, then they can do that, and they can do that with starting off with a win on Friday in what's this kind of, you know, it's an easy one to hit the reset button after the international break and now really focus on these final 8 games for everybody. So you're looking at now in this final group of 8 games, and if Wolves are going to make it difficult for themselves, then you know there is the opportunity to do that, because they've got Middlesbrough away, they've got Cardiff away, they've got Bolton away, they've got Derby at home. You know, Derby are no mugs. So if they win there, then it's a massive step forward in their promotion chase, which could be a very short one, as we know. So hopefully it's time to focus the minds and what will be a very big game on Friday and get 3 points.
That's it. So it is a big game for Wolves. For all the latest before the game, make sure you stay with us at Express and Star, and you can follow Tim and Nathan Julia for all the live stuff through the game. For all the latest, make sure you stay with us at expressandstar.com.